Guys, back in today with another reaction to the Shoshimin series, this time with episode 2 of season 2. Looking forward to this one. Really enjoyed the first episode back. Loved the different vibe it had to the first season in terms of not seeing Kabato and always bloody forget her name, which is amazing considering she's definitely my favourite part of the show. No, not gonna remember. But yeah, seeing her, the little devil, pretty damn sure we had enough shown to us to be 99% sure of the fact that she's engineering this whole situation. When I look back on it, I only actually noticed the van or car, I think it was, from the towards the end of season 1, where the whole situation went down with her and those girls, and she got abducted in that van, and that was being burnt. I didn't actually notice the fact that before that was the bike burning. I think that was at the farm place, I think. So she burned a bike and she burned the van. It's almost like she's not just helping out her new partner, but she's actually burning the evidence of her past crimes at the same time. It's got like a 2-in-1 deal. I didn't actually notice that last week, but I have since kind of thought about that and just like, yeah, you know what? That seems pretty likely. Oh, I just reset the timer for some reason that didn't play. But yeah, I love her. I love how she's manufactured all of this. I'm not sure he's going to appreciate it too much when the redhead guy finds out, but we will see. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys who like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Honestly, when I heard a bike got burned, because it was mentioned before the van, it was just like, oh, it's just someone burning a bike. But that's probably the bike that she had stolen, or maybe the bike of the person that stole her bike. Who knows? There's significance to it, though. That's what I'm trying to say. There's not any insignificance in any of these actions, and I think that's something you've got to take into account in the show. Nothing means nothing. And Kabato's got himself. I wonder if that was her intention. I'm not sure it was. It might very well be. But Kabato's got involved in this now. I do wonder if that was one of her intentions, to get his attention to sort this out and just like can't keep away. Or maybe he's just ended up in here because of his kind of condition of not being able to turn down a mystery. Could be either one. Could be both. Probably both. But yeah, I feel like I took quite a bit more away from the episode after. I didn't even rewatch it. I just kind of thought about it a bit more. It's kind of hard, like when you're doing a video, obviously you're just watching it once, and it's hard to process it all fully in a reaction video. You get so many people like complaining about people missing stuff. I'll never complain about someone like missing something in an anime reaction video, because the people that comment that stuff usually watch it multiple times or have read the source material or something. Yeah. Unless it's like egregiously stupid, which I have seen and probably have done. I think he's going to be quite quick on the uptake about her doing all this, isn't he? Influencing his train of thought a little bit, Osanai. Like I said, I feel like Kabato is going to figure this all out. I figured this out, so he's definitely going to figure it out quickly. It's a little bit sad Osanai's doing this. Like she's had to like manufacture a situation that the redhead guy can kind of shine in. It's kind of sad that that didn't like happen naturally. If you know what I'm saying? Would it ever have happened naturally? Is also a good question. Probably not. And he's seen the number plate, and I think that is him figured that out. Again, that guy's name just sounds like urinal. That'd be such an unfortunate name. I think Asian people sometimes change their name in English though, right? Like some places in the world do that of like they've got a Chinese name and an English name. My Japanese name is Yorudan, I think. Not that I've ever used that. I think that would be the equivalent of my name in Japanese, I think though. Joldan is probably sounds closer, but that means to be a joke, so I don't really want that being my name. Sorry, I was just yapping a bit, and I know the dialogue can be quite important in this show, so apologies. Yapping about bloody Asian names. I'm not sure that would be my name in Japanese though. Like, yes, both of those sound very similar to my name, Jordan, but I feel like when you do hear an Asian person's Asian and English name, they're actually very different. I guess they just be called what they want to be called. Really, you got more. Again, I like the fact that she's like subtly influencing their mindsets with like the dialogue like this. Very smart. You see a lot of magicians do stuff like this, suggestive stuff. That's just sad. 6 months. 6 months, you never even touched her. You're out here dating ladies. Got cram school. And fucking studying in the library. The concept of cram school make me vomit as a teenager. I didn't even do homework. Never done homework. At some point, the teachers just accepted that I wouldn't be doing homework. I'm pretty impressed with myself that I managed to get them to give up on me that much. Not that I'd done bad in school. I was never one to study. If I learned something, I'd learn it. I was taught something and I was intrigued in it, I'd take it in. Like I've never revised for an exam in my life or anything. Yeah, I've passed more than I've failed. Don't get me wrong, I haven't got the top grades or anything, but I've always done quite well. It's impressive, is it? That's almost insulting. He doesn't know. If he knew, it would be insulting. I would feel insulted. Yes, well done, you. You've managed to follow the trail I led you upon this whole time. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong about her, to be honest. Some people didn't know that or didn't think that she was the one behind all this. Like, she could very well not be, but there's just been a few too many coincidences with things relating to each other and relating especially to Osanai for me to overlook that. It is almost a little bit incriminating. I do kind of agree with what that the kind of, again, I forget, you guys know I'm terrible with the names, but just to pause again, apologies, but the kind of leader of this this guy here, again, I forget his name, so really sorry about that, but the brown haired guy that is like looks after the newspaper mostly, I can understand why he's worried about it being incriminating. He's been right on 2 occasions of where crimes will happen. Like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the police get involved. The fact that, one, he could be of help in figuring out, although I actually would expect the police to be less likely to get involved if they think a kid can help them. I feel like they've got that kind of pride of like, well, we don't need help from a kid, even though he could really help. I think they're actually much more likely to get involved if they think it's him doing the crimes and just like, almost a bit like Riddler-esque, just like putting them in the news before they actually happen and stuff. I feel like, again, the police unfortunately would, I'm not sure about Japanese police, but they probably would be more likely to not want his help and much more likely to actually arrest him or question him. But yeah, I can understand his worry because it is almost slightly incriminating. I mean, it's not exactly incriminating, but it is suspicious for sure. He knows too much. Like, you shouldn't be able to figure out this unless someone involved is close to all of this. And it's even worse because they are putting out for people to read. Like, now everybody knows that he knows this, and just creates more talk and more suspicion, and he's not happy. I wouldn't be happy. Stop putting your fucking predictions in the paper. God, he doesn't look happy. He's never happy, to be fair, this guy, is he? Look at him. Well, that's an interesting question. Is there anything? I don't want to pause again, so I'm gonna have to apologize. But is there anything actually wrong with this? Like, he says it's like a question of like, do you know right and wrong? I mean, if it like, I don't think he's actually like, he's got good intentions here, hasn't he? I don't think there's actually anything wrong about this. Like, this sentence doesn't make sense. Like, the difference between right and wrong. What's so wrong about this? I can understand why like schools might not want crimes to be talking about in their paper because they're crimes. But I don't know. I kind of forgot what I was going to say, to be honest. I had a good point and I kind of lost it. I think that was inevitable, wasn't it? He is good. He is good. Yeah. I think that's one of the things, isn't it? It's conjecture, but it's been proven right on 2 occasions, so. Oh, this guy's a moody old fart, isn't he? Could just be nice, like, please stop writing stuff like this. Like, just say nicely. Like, why you gotta be an asshole? I'm all for shutting that guy up. I'm down. Well, I imagine the teacher probably feels pretty pissed off as well, being dealt with like that by a student. He is good, isn't he? Wow, is that popular? The school paper? Tell you what, I would not be reading no school paper when I was at high school. Again, I was a bit of a delinquent, so yeah, chance. I honestly think it's a pretty cool thing to be involved in, though. Like, what chance, if you're going to work for a newspaper and as an adult, what can you do except for maybe like English class or whatever your language is? What can you actually do to like practice for that? I feel like that's something school really neglects. Like, it tries to teach you so much that could affect so many things, but struggles to actually put you in a specific kind of area. There's only very kind of generic kind of job stuff, and it's not awfully specific. Whereas this is like very specific in helping you write, but also be a part of like a newspaper team. It does just keep growing. What is next then? I mean, some of you guys can probably figure out what would be next. I myself not going to give it much thought because I'm not sure there's much point in it because I don't think I'd be able to figure it out. But I imagine, given again the things that we've seen burnt previously, the next thing's going to be bigger. But what is it exactly? I almost feel like it might be the girls from the middle of the first season. I doubt that, but yeah. Okay. Here she is. Yeah, it's quite hilarious, isn't it? He is literally facing the answer is right in front of you. The villain is standing before you. I don't know what that is, but it sounds so fancy. Sounds like it's a lot of fucking calories. How many layers of sugar are there? You're just taking a piss at this point. Just not true, is it? It's just endless dips and syrup. What is this called? I've got to see this. What is this? It sounds like it would be like 2,000 calories. Marron glace. It's just a bowl of sweetness. Look at this. Oh my god. It doesn't look very appetizing. Look at this. It's just a bowl of sugar. That's what this is. It's just a bowl of sugar. How many calories is that? I love how she talks about this stuff though. She, like, especially at the start of this conversation, she talks about like it's so nostalgic and it's so deep, and she's got so much affection for it. I love the voice acting work on it. 95 calories. You taking the mick? How is that? 95 calories. 70 grams of sugar. Holy crap. How much sugar should you have in a day? I'm pretty sure it's not. I think it's like 200, right? How is that 95 calories? 25 grams is what you should have in a day. So that's triple. One of these is triple. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Remind me to. Well, I say never. I probably would eat that. I probably would. Maybe have diabetes afterwards, but yeah, I'm quite bad with my food, honestly. I eat healthy. I eat my fruit and veg day and so on, but I also I've got a bit of a sweet tooth as well. That's for sure. Again, it literally just looks like a bowl of fucking sugar. Oh shit. So this is like an analogy for her mystery that she's created here. This bowl of this never-ending dipping of, yeah. Okay. Sorry to pause again, but it's quite genius, that, isn't it? And again, almost insulting him further by putting the answer right in front of his face again. Marron glace. So yeah, her crimes are creating this candy in a fucked up way. Can tell. So yeah, I think there's people out there that would just take that as she's talking about the food, isn't there? But she's pretty much encapsulated her whole criminal activities right here in this mystery. Really well done. Like I said, the delivery on that was awesome. She's satanic, bro. Should probably listen to her, but again, super ironic coming from Close and I of all people. Hero. She trying to incriminate the teacher? I Earth, date you miss. And that's just like, again, these are just things I'm seeing. Like that scene with Osanai there. There's lots in this show that just goes right over my head. Probably. I don't know if it goes over my head because I don't know. But I feel like it probably is quite a bit. She knows that you've been here with other women. She knows. She's jealous. No, you shouldn't. It's always just awkward. That face. We haven't seen too much of this girl, have we? It's very much his Osanai focus to start the season, much more than Kabato. To be honest with you, I don't see either of these relationships lasting. It just doesn't feel like. I mean, for Osanai, I'm not sure, but it feels like for Kobato, he's not. Maybe it's just the way he is, but he doesn't seem like super interested. If you know what I'm saying, this girl. Like, has he ever asked her a question? Like any question? We're used to that. Really, she's the safe choice. Now, how wrong you are. How wrong you are, and two, I don't like you talking shit about her. What does that word mean? Yeah, again, not a fan. I've never been a fan of people talking crap about anyone. Yeah, I mean, I've been calling her the devil, but you can't call her boring. Again, quite ironic. Again, amazing. She's dull. You've been watching this season, lady. But yeah, again, it's fun. It's hilarious, isn't it? Made the safe choice. Safe choice is you, which is super ironic. Again, this girl here is the safe choice. She's just a girl, an average girl. Almost, she's quite dull from what we've seen of this girl, to be honest. So yeah, very ironic. She says all this. Again, she seems nice, don't get me wrong. That was what I want to look up. Apologies. What does that word mean? I think I've seen that word used, but I don't actually know what it means. Seems like every day there's like new terms for things I'm figuring out, especially with like anime and translations. What was it? Misanthropic. Having or showing a dislike of other people. Unsociable. Well, to be honest, I probably should know that word. He's a good looking boy. Can understand. or you're a normal girl. And I think that's why he made this decision. Instead of Osanai, the crazy devil, wanted a normal girl. Want to blend in. Want to become ordinary. So date an ordinary girl. Like I said, very ironic how she described Osanai, considering the position of her being the average girl that Kabata wanted to date. Ah. Is that her next target? Like I said, plenty of stuff goes over my head. There's probably something here that alludes to what the next target is, but money chicken. So it's already got a burn mark though. Strange thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to interpret from that final scene. Again, maybe like last week, as I said at the intro, maybe something will come in my mind. Like I said, I didn't even rewatch the episode, just like something just popped into my mind. I don't think it was directly after the episode and after I stopped recording. Maybe like it was maybe the day after of like, oh yeah, you know what? That's why those specific things have meaning. And maybe something will come into my head later or tomorrow perhaps. But yeah, really good episode again. Much less chaotic than last episode, I think. But yeah, just shoving things in our face a little bit. I think. Like I said, that description of that fucking candy was yeah. I think if it wasn't cemented last week, that pretty much cements it, right? Sugar Riddle. That's almost the perfect name. It just had the R. But to be honest, looking back, there's probably plenty of food stuff like that. I mean, she really went into detail in describing the Garon. Get the name of it now. Glacé or whatever the fuck it's called. That huge lump of sugar. She really went into detail describing that. But when I imagine if I went back and watched season 1, there was probably a lot of food related clues to stuff like how things were made. There was maybe like things you can relate to how the food that she's eating was made to the actual kind of plot of what happened during like the mysteries and such. I imagine when it's explained like she did today, it's like she's outwardly saying it, but how much of that is like not written, if that makes sense. Probably again a lot of that has gone over my head, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, another really good episode. Classic How to Be Ordinary, although as different to the first season, this one very much taken a less the initial parts of the first season were quite episodic, I think, and then it did have these kind of 2-part episodes, and I think there was one longer one with the whole abduction thing. I'm not sure if that was 2 episodes or 3, to be honest with you, but this is going to be at least a 3-parter, so yeah, looking forward to this. I did actually prefer the more episodic episodes at the start of the first season, but I in general do kind of like longer arcs of things, so yeah, very much excited to see next week's episode. There was also that scene where she was talking to the red-haired guy here, who is, it's just going to be his name, unfortunately, red-haired guy. I wasn't quite sure what to make of this either. You'll know what this is about soon enough, and it had the name of that teacher highlighted, Hita. So is he gonna be like blamed for all of this burning? Reckon? I'm not sure why he deserves to be, but yeah. Do let me know again what you guys thought in the comment section though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions, and I'll see you guys next week with episode 3.